The Baroque period of style lasted from around 1650 to 1750 in Western Europe. Common themes within this era include emotion, drama, complexity, and contradiction. The culture of this period was one of grandeur, richness, vitality, and movement. Within the Baroque era of style, the aristocratic Baroque phase took place in France. The aristocratic Baroque captured the declaration of royal absolutism in France during the reign of King Louis XIV. Young Louis yearned to make his country the best, the most powerful, the most grand. From the beginning of his rule at age 5, when his father King Louis XIII died, Louis grew up living an elegant life on the throne. He learned to appreciate the arts from Cardinal Mazarin, the first minister of France, who raised him alongside Louis's mother, Queen Anne, and taught him about power and the ways of royalty. With full knowledge of the influence art could have on his image, Louis worked hard to develop art education in France. By increasing the standards, he brought the European art market to his country. French artists came to dominate and thrive in all categories of the arts, consequently bringing Louis XIV success. In the early 1660s, Louis XIV decided to turn his father's hunting lodge at Versailles into a palace.
Je m'appelle Louis XIV. This is where I live. The Palace of Versailles. Or in France, or in français, Château de Versailles. 20 miles out of Paris. It is not only my building, but also a symbol of my great majesty and the glorious France. Here, my friend, let me take you on a tour. This is the hall of mirror. This is where I put my ostentatious display to impress my visitors. S'il vous plaît, look at the mirror. You can see the royal jardin. What's in front of you is the Royal Jardin. Colbert, he directed this whole project from 1664 to 1683. And then Charles Lebrun appointed first painter. He produced the drawings for large number of statues and fountains.
The Palace of Versailles was an architectural beauty. Everything from the palace to the gardens communicated order, prestige, and extravagance. The project took almost 20 years and cost a ridiculous amount of money. Louis was self-indulgent and not wary of spending the money of the French people. However, the palace did function as a symbol of Louis's majesty and as a new capital for his government. Versailles served as a place to display visual art, like paintings and crafts, made by the esteemed French artists of the era. For example, the portrait of Louis XIV by Hyacinthe Rigaud was commissioned by the king as a gift to Spain, but because it was so successful, it was never sent and was kept. The lush colors and position of Louis portrayed in the painting emphasized the absolute power of King Louis XIV.
I've had many portraits, but the most successful one was one done by Rigaud.
The bust of Louis XIV by Giovanni Lorenzo Bernini is located at the beginning of the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles. It portrays the king with an air of godliness and authoritative power. Versailles also served as a place for entertainment. Louis was a fan of theater, opera, ballet, and music. He himself was also an accomplished dancer, having starred in a ballet called The Sun King.
And also, there's my composer, Jean-Baptiste Lully. He's my favorite composer. He's good. He's very good.
Louis XIV's favorite operatic director and composer was Jean-Baptiste Lully, who became known as the father of French opera. Louis was the first to employ a full-time orchestra and established music as a serious profession. All forms of art found a prominent place in the culture of France during Louis XIV's reign. The story of King Louis and the French Baroque is inseparable.